We've all been there. That sinking feeling when work piles up. Deadlines loom large. Your to-do list seems to grow longer by the minute. This, my friends, is the feeling of overwhelm. It's a common experience, particularly for leaders. But common doesn't mean it's acceptable. Left unchecked, overwhelm can have serious consequences. Think of a leader as the captain of a ship. A good captain navigates through storms not by panicking, but by relying on their training and their crew. Similarly, leaders must develop strategies to navigate the storms of overwhelm. This isn't about eliminating challenges, it's about equipping ourselves to handle them effectively. We owe it to ourselves and to our teams to lead from a place of strength and clarity, not from a place of stress and overwhelm. So, what are the main culprits behind this all-too-common feeling of being swamped? Often, it's a perfect storm of factors. Unrealistic deadlines are a major contributor. When we overpromise and underdeliver, stress levels skyrocket. Add to that the pressure of juggling competing priorities, and it's no wonder leaders feel stretched thin. Another key factor is a lack of control. Feeling like you're at the mercy of everyone else's demands is a recipe for overwhelm. Finally, many leaders struggle with delegation. They either don't trust their team enough or simply don't know how to delegate effectively. This leads to them carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders, further fueling the cycle of overwhelm. Ignoring the warning signs of overwhelm is like ignoring a flashing red light on your car dashboard. Sure, you can keep driving for a while, but eventually something's going to give. The consequences of unmanaged overwhelm are significant, both for individuals and for organizations. On a personal level, chronic overwhelm can lead to burnout, a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion. It can also manifest in physical symptoms like headaches, insomnia, and digestive issues. Professionally, overwhelm can stifle creativity, hinder decision-making, and damage relationships with colleagues and clients. Section 4. Taking back control, a three-pronged approach. The good news is that overwhelm is not a life sentence. There are practical strategies leaders can implement to regain control and create a more sustainable way of working. I call this the three-pronged approach: prioritizing ruthlessly, setting healthy boundaries, and adopting sustainable routines. Prioritizing means identifying your most important tasks and focusing your energy there. It also means learning to say no to requests that don't align with your priorities. Setting boundaries involves establishing clear expectations for your time and availability. This might mean setting specific work hours or limiting distractions during focused work time. Finally, adopting sustainable routines means creating habits and rituals that support your well-being and productivity. Section 5. Leading by example, sustainable success strategies. Let's bring these strategies to life with some real-world examples. Imagine a CEO who's constantly bombarded with meeting requests. By implementing the Eisenhower Matrix, a prioritization tool that categorizes tasks by urgency and importance, he can identify which meetings are truly essential and delegate or reschedule the rest. A marketing manager feeling overwhelmed by deadlines can set boundaries by clearly communicating her team's availability to clients and pushing back on unreasonable requests. A team leader struggling to switch off after work can adopt a sustainable routine by incorporating mindfulness practices into his evening, creating a clear separation between work life and personal time. These are just a few examples of how leaders can take practical steps to manage overwhelm and create a more sustainable and fulfilling work experience. Remember, leadership is not about doing it all, it's about doing the right things well. By prioritizing effectively, setting healthy boundaries, and adopting sustainable routines, leaders can not only manage their own overwhelm, but also create a more positive and productive environment for their teams.